What's happening?
Upside.
What
now,
do we trade today?
Tested
Oil.
that 20-day moving average yesterday, which is sitting at around $64.30, and we have rejected.
Oil is down.
What I'm kind of looking at is a little bit of a divergence when it comes to the
What do we
technicals
trade?
here.
Put in
We
comments.
did actually have a bullish cross, even though it's below that 60, which does indicate that maybe we have a short-term bounce that's in sitting at $65.
What stocks do you trade?
If you're an energy bull, you'd like to see us actually reclaim that $65 level here. That being said, OPEC increasing production once again, potentially in June, putting more barrels into the market actually is more of a bearish signal rather than a bullish signal. We had a little bit of an increase when it came to inventories yesterday. So be mindful of that. The fundamentals kind of say, well, maybe more downside, but the technicals are kind of pointing towards a short-term bounce within this market. The last thing I wanted to highlight here, the 3-2-1 crack spread, which basically measures the marginability. It's one of the measures of marginability or basically profitability for refiners, is actually holding up pretty well. It's sitting at around $25 here. And actually, this is the highest level that we've seen since July of 2024. So that is actually going to be potentially a tailwind for these refining companies. And that is only due because of diesel prices themselves. We have actually diesel inventory at the lowest levels in the United States seasonally since 2008, Nicole. So there's not really more room to go to the downside when it comes to diesel inventory levels. That could also actually prop up these spreads, and that could also fuel these energy companies, as you kind of talked about, maybe catching a little bit of a bid if they're in the refining space.
All right, Kevin Green, great to see you. Thank you so much. See you later. Thanks, Kevin. So we have more movers for you. If I said a company beat on the earnings, beat on the revenue, and had strong guidance, how do you like that? Well, Diane King Hall, host of Morning Movers, has that name for us right now in Texas Instruments.
Yeah, it's got a win on the board, and it certainly needed this given the performance year to date of how shares have done. Look, it was, though, a low bar, but they cleared the bar for both revenue and adjusted EPS. Adjusted EPS coming in at $1.28 a share. That beats street expectations. Street was looking for $1.06. Revenue top $4 billion. That beat forecast. Street was looking for more along the lines of $3.9 billion. They also gave upbeat guidance. So for Q2, they're forecasting revenue between $4.17 billion and a little more than $4.5